Matisse, come outside. Come outside, or better yet, pick up the phone, buddy. Pick up the phone, baby. Ooh. I got you on, baby. Ooh. It's lit. Pick up the phone, buddy. Eze 2.0. No, shut your mouth. You got your head slapped again. Yeah? Man are celebrating Garnacho. And Spurs steal the rug from under your feet and go for the man that you have been courting all summer. You have been scouting all summer. You have had a video lined up for weeks, if not months, on Xavi Simons. In fact, you know what? Why am I bothering with this video? You know what? Matisse, give me your video. Give me your thumbnail. Give me your scouting report. Give me everything. Just put my logo on it. Put my face on it. And then send it to me so I can put it on my channel. Yeah? Send it to me so I can put it on my channel. Yeah? Send it to me so I can put it on my channel. I'm sorry, Matisse. Go on. Do it. Because man are telling me that you're tweeting Eze 2.0, you know, when in reality, this is the second player. Number 2. This is the second player this summer that Chelsea have had a widely reported interest in and have been caught in, and then they end up at Tottenham. The first was Kudus, and then they'll deny it and say, oh, we didn't really care that much about Kudus because we had Simons lined up. Well, the second was Simons. You had Simons lined up. You agreed a deal. Apparently, well, you didn't agree a deal. You didn't agree a fee, sorry, but you were caught in the player. You were whispering sweet nothings in his ear all summer. And now, picked up the phone. He said, yo, I want to join Thomas Frank. I want to play with my brother, Van der Vaart. It's so funny. It's so funny. Weeks ago, I recorded a video. I actually recorded a video weeks ago on Simons to Chelsea because I thought that was a done deal. And I saw Simons and Hato. I was like, yo, that is actually really good business for Chelsea. That kind of Dutch connection, I wanted at my club. I was actually saying this. I literally said this a couple of weeks ago. I recorded the video. It's still in the back end of my YouTube channel. And now, fast forward, Friday the 29th of August, after my outburst, after consistent days of begging for signings, after an outpouring from the Tottenham fan base of anger, frustration, disappointment, constantly missing out on targets, Spurs finally land their third, and I'm going to say it, their third first team ready signing. And that's the key. First team ready. First XI ready. In a critical position, number 10. This is a big signing for Tottenham. Big signing for Tottenham. And it's a very, very good alternative to set man who are playing in North London in red. Now, this isn't me comparing the two players. I think you lot know where I stand on the two players. Unfortunately, you lot know I rate set man from North London more than I rate Xavi. But Xavi is still a talented player. He's a very good footballer, and he's someone who I've always been comfortable with Spurs potentially signing. I just didn't think the deal would happen. But fair play. They've pulled it out of the bag, finally, and they've delivered a player who's actually going to improve this team. I'm trying to check the financials of the deal. Yeah? Let me even check, because you lot know me. I like to I've been blocking these, muting these journals. But this morning, I couldn't ignore the David Ornstein bomber, yeah? So I'm going to read it now. And it's not just David Ornstein, Sammy Mockbell, Ben Jacobs, Fabrizio. We still didn't get the here we go from Fabrizio, but we got the here we go expected soon, yeah? And finally, we got the here we go, yeah? So, let me just quickly check this deal. I don't know why my phone's bugging. I've got the Athletic as well. It's doing my head in. New York. The Athletic. I don't know why it's doing this. But yeah, man. This is a big signing for Tottenham. People, this is a big signing for Tottenham. I'm not going to lie. I'm happy with this deal. Very happy with this deal. 7-year deal, mind you. 7 years. 7-year deal, Taras. We said, you know what? We ain't trying to lose you one bit. We're locking you down in the death row contract, man. Call us Suge Knight FC. All right, cool. Let's see this. So Tottenham Hotspur. So the clubs have agreed a 60 million euro deal, 51.8 million pounds for the 22-year-old Netherlands attacker. Simmons completed a medical on Thursday ahead of finalising the proposed transfer to the North London side. Apparently he did his medical at 4 a.m. in the morning. 4 a.m. in the morning. 22 years old, RB Leipzig, Dutch international. Yeah, man. We need the signing. It's very clear. Maddison is X'd for the season. Kulusevski's not back until 2026. We needed someone to come into that team and play in that hole, who actually wants to get on the ball and make things happen, receive the ball in between the lines, very agile, very adept at turning safe situations into dangerous situations for Spurs. Positively, that is, not negatively. He can play off the left as like a wide attacking midfielder. Yeah, man. I'm pretty happy with this deal. I feel like at the age as well, like we're getting someone who's obviously highly rated, but still has work to do to really establish his rep in Europe. And what I mean by that is he's obviously one of the better players in his position in Germany. But if I think of Xavi Simmons, I still think he's not like a household name where you say, yeah, this is supreme levels. But he could potentially get to that level. And we hope with Thomas Frank's coaching, with his potential, with what he's currently produced so far in his career, it's only going to go up, 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 up. Yeah? When I think of what he's going to bring to Tottenham, I look at the fact that he is good in tight spaces, very good close control, good dribbler, protects the ball well. Yeah? He's a shooter. I literally saw him with my own two eyes in the Netherlands game against England last year. Barged Declan Rice off the ball, drove and slammed it. Very good goal. I mean, it's funny because his actual performance in that game wasn't great. I didn't really think he played that well. I thought Reinders was actually better over the 90. But that's a sign of what he can do. And that's what we need in the 10. We need someone who can let off shots from distance. We need someone who's going to pick up the ball from deep and give a little 1-2 with a player, combine with a player, and off you go. He can drive the ball forward as well, man. And as I've been stating all summer, it's the technical level. That is what matters the most about this deal. It's raising the technical level of this team. It is key. Like, a lot of people give guys like Maddison pelters, and I understand that people want more consistency from Maddison, but sometimes I'm just baffled because I'm like, this guy is technically brilliant. Like, we are desperate to get more players like him. And for me, Xavi Simmons, okay, he may not be as the same mold as Maddison in terms of Maddison being more of like a passing playmaker, but they have both got technical quality. They have both got technical quality, and guess who else has technical quality, high technical quality? Kudus. Kudus has high technical quality. So it's clear to see in the attack, I like the fact that Thomas Frank is prioritizing the technical level of that attack, because before those two signings, the attack, it was lacking. Now, you've got Kudus combining with Xavi. You've got Xavi who can get shots off from distance. You've got Xavi who can dribble. You've got Xavi who can even play off the left if you wanted to really play a staunch free-man midfield like we did against Man City, right? You can do that if you want to. Yeah? He links up with Mickey van der Ven. We got the Dutch connection. Yeah, man. There's a lot of positives with this deal. And I actually think 7-year deal, obviously Spurs have got like a sell-on clause, but the hope and intention is we would never have to be in a position where that clause is activated. That's the hope, because you're not giving a guy a 7-year deal with the intention of selling him. You've put that sell-on clause and you've made it attractive to Leipzig, but really the intention is you're keeping this guy for the long term. That's what you want, and that's what we need at Spurs. The aim is, can you grow? And that's the challenge for Xavi Simons now. Like, now you're playing in the Premier League. There's going to be more spotlight on you. We're going to be playing Champions League football. You're going to be our go-to guy in the 10. Can you take your game up another level? That's the challenge. That's the challenge, right? Because this is a kid who's been highly rated from young. Let's not forget, this is a child prodigy at Barcelona. Yeah? He's at a level now where I still think he's a very good player, but I also think he's got the potential to be better. Can you be better? Can you be more consistent? Can you be a game changer for Tottenham? That's the hope. That's the hope. That's the intent. Now, it's up to Xavi to deliver. I like his story, though. Because, yes, of course, he wanted to join Chelsea. Yes, of course, Chelsea were dragging their feet. But I don't care. Chelsea, your head got slapped. You spent too long dilly-dallying for other players. We came in, we've offered him attractive terms, we've offered him Champions League football, we've offered him an opportunity to play in London, we've offered him a starting role, which is probably something that he wouldn't have had in comparison to Tottenham at Chelsea because of who plays ahead in his position. Let's be honest, Cole Palmer's better than him, so it's going to be a dogfight, right? So, his journey, the last thing for me, his journey is key. I like his journey. I like that he's got some grit in his career. He backs himself. And this is what this move tells me. Him coming to Tottenham tells me he backs himself to come here and be the guy. To come here and be the guy. Sorry, my phone is popping off. My phone is popping off. It's popping off. It's popping off. It's popping off. It's popping off. Off. Yes. Finally, we got the... Here we go. I know I was saying we got it before, but I lied. We got the here we go. Panic. Whew, over. We've got the here we go. Xavi Simons. Lovely. You know, as a YouTuber, you have to record this shit. You have to record this shit beforehand. You have to anticipate. And I was so skeptical about recording this video now because I didn't want to be burnt again. But guess what? Done! Hold that, Chelsea. But yeah, back on what I was saying. He's got grit. I like a guy who backs himself in his career. He was at Barcelona as a kid. He didn't agree the terms he wanted when he was trying to sign a professional contract. So he went to PSG. PSG, they were paying him relatively big bread for a 16, 17-year-old at the time. But games are hard to come by in their first team. Obviously, he signed for PSG because he wanted a pathway to the first team, but games are hard to come by. So you know what this guy did? He went on loan to PSV, destroyed that league, playing with the likes of Noni, playing with the likes of Savinho as well. Destroyed that league, and then came back to PSG on loan and said, you know what, nah, I'm not chilling on the bench after the season I've just had. I'm going to go on loan again. Went on loan to Leipzig, killed it for Leipzig. Yeah, was one of their better players in their team and convinced Leipzig to buy him permanently. And then he spent, what, a season? 2 seasons at Leipzig? So for me, this is a guy who's a go-getter, right? If he believes in himself, he's not just going to wait and sit on the bench at a big club. He says, nah, if you ain't going to give me my opportunity, I'm going to find it elsewhere, and eventually I'm going to show you what I'm made of. And he's done that so far in his career. He's broken into the Netherlands squad, right? He was an undisputed first team starter at Leipzig, and now he's coming to the Premier League. Okay, he probably thought he was going to come to the Premier League play for Chelsea. Well, listen, life happens. Sometimes shit happens. But we'll take it. We'll happily take it. I'll happily take it. I'm very happy with this deal. I think the price, again, I have to go on about it. 52 million. That's very, very good business. I'm sorry. That is very good business. In a market where Noni Madueke has just gone for this price. In a market where we've seen Omari Hutchinson going for close to 40 million. In a market where we've seen Tyler Diblin going for 45 million. Yeah? The market is messed. It's messed. It's cooked. It's actually cooked. So this is a market that's so volatile. Like, players are going for crazy prices. So for us to be able to get a player of this talent and his potential for 52 million pounds, that's a very good deal. So I have to applaud Tottenham, Daniel Levy and Johan Langer, whoever's been responsible for pulling together that price. That's a very good deal. But guess what? It can't stop there. As I said, we need to pattern up our left side. We need a left winger. Get him a left winger that he can jug with. Get us a left-sided defender that can play left back and left centre back. The ball is in your court. This has been a very traumatic summer because of the embarrassment, the players that we failed to sign, but it could end up being a very good one. Because if I look at the signings on paper, if I now look at the window on paper, Palhinha, Kudus, Simmons, Tell, all of a sudden that's looking like a pretty decent window. If you then signed a left winger, a solid left winger, and a solid left-sided defender, that is now an excellent window. You have 30th, 31st, and the 1st. 3 days. 3 days and some change today to get that done. The ball is in your court.